What's good, y'all? I'm about to react to this cosmic wonder. Did Marvel just confirm the leaks Avengers Doomsday first look? Let me see what he got his look on this list.
So Marvel, whether they meant to or not, just gave us a first look at Avengers Doomsday, specifically the costumes that all of the team members are going to be wearing. So we have Doctor Doom, the Avengers, the Thunderbolts, and the
Mm-hmm.
X-Men, as well as some Wakandans as
Mm-hmm.
well. Now I say whether they intentionally meant to or not, because this was revealed, and you've probably seen this image here, but this was revealed by somebody from the crew. Her name is Giovanna Ponzi. She is part of Hair and Makeup. And what's funny is in this post where she posted her bag that has all of these first looks on it, she said, I could finally post this. Maybe. The reason I say that is
Uh,
because if she posted it and Marvel didn't want her to, this is pretty big. But like I've been stating, I actually think this is all very intentional for Marvel Studios. I think they have a very, very well thought out, plan for how they're going to do marketing. I think this is a part of it. And I think that might be why she said, I can finally post this, because Marvel is going like, okay, hey, this is it. This is the part where you post it online, because they know. They know that we're going to take a look at this. They know how it works. They have people literally working
uh,
at Marvel who it's their job to look into this. But I want to start off by talking about Doctor Doom and one other person. So right here at the bottom right, this person right here pretty much confirms a lot of leaks that we have been talking about on the channel. If you're not familiar with who this is,
I ain't gonna lie. Looking more at this list, I ain't gonna lie. It got Franklin Richards looking like a doll, looking like a girl doll if you look at it. But why is he like away from his family? I know I did a reaction to this. Go check that video out. Hopefully, I need to put that as like a like a next video. Like soon as this video ends, share that video up right there. I did like a whole reaction to this list. But man, I don't know how why Franklin Rich is like away from his family. Like you see all his family like together just down the road, but you got Franklin Rich all to the side. But they say he's supposed to be the most powerful character. Hey, I can't wait to see that what it was talking about. Even though he did bring his mama back from the dead, I was like, okay. He was a baby also. I was like, okay, I ain't so he know everything as a baby. I was like, okay, I never get that, but okay. It is what it is, but I can't wait till he like fully develop and see how he really is that dude.
it's Franklin Richards. Spoiler alert from the Fantastic Four First Steps. He's in the post-credit scene. Doom goes to get him. And it looks like he does. It looks like those leaks that we've heard are true. But we'll get into that.
Mm.
First, I want to go over this
Hey,
and
holla, holla,
goes to
holla,
get
holla,
him
holla, holla, holla.
about
What
on the
you say?
channel. If you're not familiar with who this is, it's Franklin Richards. Spoiler alert from the Fantastic Four First Steps. He's in the post-credit scene. Doom goes to get him. And it looks like he does. It looks like those leaks that we've heard are true. But we'll get into that. First, I want to
Okay, so that's why Franklin Richards is far away from his whole family. That was the end credit at the end of Fantastic Four. Okay. I ain't gonna lie, I've been hearing these Doctor Doom storylines of how he gonna save the multiverse. I just don't know how he gonna do it. I don't know, man. We'll see though.
go over this in case y'all haven't seen this. Doctor Doom, this is something really important about Doctor Doom. The way he looks here in this, it seems like it's pretty much the exact same design as what we saw from that marketing expo in China that Disney hosted. So it appears to be, by both of these pictures, that this is how Doctor Doom is going to look. So a lot of people I saw really
Okay.
like this, which is really great because
Okay.
it seems like this is it, which also means these little symbols that he has on his chest, with one is Thor's hammer, the other seems to be Captain Marvel symbol. That means that he probably has gone about the multiverse and killed people, which is what we expect. He's basically just, I mean, really just taking the place of Kang, and it really
Wow.
seems like they're kind of just swapping him out and have changed a little bit of the story.
Well, I ain't gonna lie, we need to see that. We need to really see that. Marvel really need to show us that he defeated Kane. Right now, I see Kane still on the top. even though Jonathan Majors out, and I think they bringing in like a new actor for Kang, but I want to see how he gonna do Kang. But Jonathan Majors, man, he does the best Kang impression ever I seen. And he only the only actor that did Kang. I don't know no other like older films that they did a Kang, but Jonathan Majors down top tier actor for Kang, dude. I don't know about this other dude. We'll
So
see.
our first look at Doctor Doom ish combined with that other photo that we've got. Thor.
Marvel, please bring Jonathan Majors back. Give him a second chance, man. Ain't nobody perfect, dude. Give him a second chance, please. Please.
Looks like he's wearing sleeveless armor. This kind of looks the same from what we've seen in the past, but sleeveless. Then we have Anthony Mackie, our Captain America, until Steve Rogers comes back.
I ain't gonna lie, that's like the same Thor. You know, the same Thor from Avengers Endgame. I mean, not from Avengers Infinity War. When he came down from Wakanda, had the shortcut. Really, he had a shortcut since Thor Ragnarok. Ain't gonna lie, that's like that same fit though. So I wanna know, is they like going back to that universe that Thor went through in Ragnarok, and they going back to Avengers Infinity War. So it's supposed to be like a multiversal move. So I wanna know if they going back to like older films of how that's gonna occur. But it ain't gonna lie, that's the same resemblance of Thor and Thor Avengers Infinity War when he came back, when he touched down in Wakanda with the Stormbreaker and Groot on his back and Rocket. That was cool. That was a cool scene though.
Because we know that's going to happen. Then we have Ant-Man, of course. And then we have the Fantastic Four. The Fantastic Four look a little bit different. It looks like they have, well, the Thing looks like he has kind of the same suit. Reed has kind of looks like maybe a lab coat over him, and Johnny and Sue have.
Yeah, I looked at that also. I ain't gonna lie. He had like some type of coat that, I ain't gonna lie, he looking fresh though. Reed Rich with the white coat, he was looking fresh with that though. I ain't gonna lie. I think now Reed, Invisible Woman. I say in Johnny, they do look different. The thing, he looked the same with that whole outfit in the movie though. But the other three, they look different. I think Franklin, he looked the same.
What appear to be jackets. They look pretty cool. And I'm sure Reed,
Yeah.
in some capacity, will be in a lab, maybe at Wakanda, trying to help Shuri figure out what's going on, trying to hunt down Doom, because it seems very apparent here that he is going to take Franklin Richards. But we'll get to that in just a bit. We have Bucky here at the top. We have our Black Panther right now, Shuri, Shang-Chi, Loki, of course. This is partially covered, but this is Yelena Belova. Red Guardian. This is M'Baku. A lot of people were kind of confused about who this is. He does have a new suit. So this is going to be a new suit for him. And Letitia Wright already said she gets a new Black Panther suit, and they get new suits. This is Namor, or Namor as they call him.
Really, he really didn't do nothing for me in the second movie. The first one though, I liked him in the first Black Panther movie, but in the second, he really wasn't a favorite. Really, really nobody was a favorite in that movie. Probably except for Namor though. Namor was pretty cool when he flew from like his wings on his feet. I'm like, okay, that was kind of cool though. I like that. That was cool. That was like the only coolest thing in that whole movie. I didn't even care about Shuri being Black Panther. What's that girl? Ironheart. I ain't care about her. Okoye. I ain't care about her. I ain't gonna lie. I like the suits they had in Black Panther Wakanda Forever though. They had like they kind of had like the Cyrax. No, Cyrax from Mortal Kombat. They had those type of suits. Like the cyborg, like it kind of got like the Predator type fits in that scene. Black Panther Wakanda Forever when they was on that boat. That was pretty cool. And Namor flying with wings on his feet, that was cool too. That was one of the coolest things of that whole movie.
In the movie. He too appears to get a new suit or maybe just like a coat over what he's wearing. Also looks like he might be wearing a scarf, like a blue scarf. A lot of people are confused about this one right here at the top. This is Magneto. Now it doesn't seem like it's a normal, purple and red type of suit. This looks to be kind of a jacket, but if you look below him at Professor X as well, doesn't seem to be the normal suit. Does have the X symbol though on the chest. So what we've heard is that we finally are getting very accurate X-Men suits and just very accurate suits in general for Avengers Doomsday. And with the exception of these two.
Yeah, I could see that, dude. Because everything going back to comic accurate. Fantastic Four, Superman. Oh my God, that was a horrible movie. Man. Even, I think, I bet this next Transformers movie comes out, that's going to be comic accurate. I never even seen a Transformers comic. The boy, I can't wait for the boys to come out. Boys finna be on that last season. Man, I want them to be like Game of Thrones with their seasons. That show's so fire. I love the boys. The boys is such a good show to watch, man. Even though it's some wild stuff, that's one of the wildest superhero villain type shows I ever seen in my entire life of existence watching this show. What else could be going back to comic accurate? Well, that's pretty much it, I think. Harry Potter, I don't know what's going on with that. I would not be watching that show, man. They just changing so many unnecessary stuff. Like, just keep the same stuff that what it was. I guess we'll see what else comes out.
Right here, it does seem to be the case because then we have Gambit, Mystique, Cyclops, and that is beautiful right there. That is beautiful. Cyclops in comic accurate clothing. I just love that. Nightcrawler. So those are our X-Men right there. And again, with the exception of Professor X and Magneto, it's not their typical look, but everybody else seems to be pretty comic accurate, which I'm excited for. Now, the top right, this is Ghost without the mask on. Below,
She don't look like Gus. That's why I said my reaction video. I should have said more in my reaction video, but it just crossed my mind. I was just looking at these people. I was just analyzing, getting a quick analyze and seeing like, okay, what's really going on here? But man, Ghost do not like Ghost, dude. It's like Kate Bishop, what I said. Like, Kate, you know how Kate Bishop, like, she can have like the short hair to her, long hair. But man, she like Kate Bishop. But she did have long hair in Thunderbolts. And that movie was not good. But the fight scene they had with Sentry, though, that fight scene was fire, man. I like that fight scene. That fight scene, though, was pretty good. Pretty good, though. Pretty good stuff.
is Falcon, our new Falcon, and then we have Sentry. And I do find it. Oh, I missed Beast. Sorry, I apologize. Beast is also covered, but we knew about Beast returning from the Marvel's post-credit scene. Also, John Walker right here at the bottom. I find it interesting that Sentry and Franklin Richards are right next to each other. I do think kind of the order of these does seem to be pretty specific. Like it might be importance of roles, perhaps. Doom is by Thor, who we've heard is going to play a big role, and Reed, we can imagine, is going to play a big role. Sam is currently Captain America. Ant-Man is said to have a pretty important role. Perhaps, like, as it goes down, maybe that's, I don't know, maybe I'm looking too much into it, but that's what we do here. That's what we do here. But Sentry and Franklin, I think, are grouped together because they're about Doctor Doom. We know from the post-credit scene for the Fantastic Four that Doom is going to, well, he's already shown up in that post-credit scene, and he's going to take Franklin. That's the leak that we've been hearing for a pretty long time. Dr. Doom takes Franklin because he wants his power, and we've learned how powerful he is in the Fantastic Four First Steps. He literally has the power cosmic. So,
Okay.
Doom wants that.
I can really tell he had that because you seen like the baby's eyes, his whole eyes was like purple. And he just brought his mother back to life. I was like, well, okay, okay. So that was kind of like, that kind of reminds me of the '07 Fantastic Four, the Silver Surfer movie. You know when Invisible Woman died at the end of that movie, Silver Surfer he came back and put life back into her to bring her back to life. And then Silver Surfer went up in space to destroy Galactus. A doo-doo brown Galactus. That Galactus was not good, but the Galactus in that movie, Fantastic Four movie, pretty down packed. That was pretty good Galactus. But that one from '07, that was like a doodoo type of Galactus.
But then you have Sentry.
Like ants, the people of the city scurried. Above them all, a dream, a bold.
Probably, maybe not the only one, but definitely one of the few who could actually keep up with Doctor Doom, right? Who's actually strong enough to go against Doctor Doom. I assume Doctor Doom's going to want to take him out in some way, shape, or form, or get him working for him, or take his powers some way. One of the biggest things we don't know right now is that in the comics, Doctor Doom gets his powers from the Beyonders and Molecule Man. What exactly, what's the godlike being in the MCU for Avengers Doomsday that Doom could get his powers from? We don't know at this point in time, but it could be Franklin. It could be Doom getting the power cosmic from Franklin, which I think is going to happen. Now, I don't think he's going to take it from him forever because Franklin is probably going to go on to become one of the most powerful characters in MCU history. He kind of already is. But I think Sentry plays a role here as well. Now,
I keep hearing that, man. We'll see about that, man. I don't know, man, but I see though. I really don't read comics, so hey, don't attack me, dude. I don't know everything about the MCU right now. I don't know everything about Marvel, but I just know based off of movies I watch, it is what it is, man. But you really can't tell that's RDJ though. I'm trying to see. I think it's gonna be a variant of Doctor Doom. It just can't only be RDJ in this movie. I feel like it's gonna be another variant of Doctor Doom. I really wanted to see like the older Doctor Doom from like the '05, '07. I know he passed away though, but I want to know did they put him in this movie? What was his last movie though? But I hope it was this movie. I hope they got some of him in this movie, man. I would like to see that though. He was a pretty good Doctor Doom. Even though they made him weaker in them older movies though, they did make him weaker. It's like Doctor Doom couldn't go up against Fantastic Four. Like they had all that power. Like dude, Doctor Doom wasn't like that. Even though in '15 Fantastic Four movie, I ain't gonna lie, that Doctor Doom, like, he could destroy the whole world. And how in the world that Fantastic Four destroy him? I feel like that Doctor Doom should beat that Fantastic Four. That dude was powerful. From '15 Fantastic Four, man. Man, I would like to see him return, I ain't gonna lie. The Thing and the Doctor Doom was my favorite in that movie. Them was my two favorite characters. Everything else in that movie was garbage. That was a trash movie though, but The Thing and Doctor Doom was my favorite though.
heard that Sentry is most likely via the Void is going to kind of give us Doom's past. If he touches Doom, Doom goes, and sees kind of the trauma. Just like we saw in the Thunderbolts, anybody who touched him went back and saw some trauma. I think that's what we're going to see, but I do think his power comes into play here because, again, he would be the only one that could kind of go up against Doom. But I think Doom is going to manipulate him, which we've heard Doom is going to kind of manipulate everybody. And that's going to play probably a big part in how Doom gets a lot of power as well. But I do think it all comes down to Franklin. Marvel is basically confirming this right here that, yeah, it's about Franklin. They literally put him on here. So he's a big enough character to actually.
Yo, I just had a wild brain fart in my head just now. What if Franklin assembled this whole team? I know it's supposed to be Doctor Doom's team, but what if he had his own team? If this dude's supposed to be the most powerful character, could he like manipulate? Since he's the most powerful character, I want to know, could he like manipulate all the other people that's around him? Like give them like powers. Cause he can bring anybody back from the dead. So if we could have him do that, maybe he can bring Black Widow back. I want to see Black Widow come back. We need her back. Gamora back. Not the mean Gamora that we got now. But like the Gamora that the Star Lord loved in like the first two Guardians of the Galaxy movies. In the Avengers Infinity War. I wonder he can bring back Thanos and make Thanos a good guy. I would like to see that. Since what they call Franklin Rich the most powerful, I want to see all of that. See all of that good power he got.
We have a spot here for this bag, and this is clearly the focus. We're going to see other actors in it. We're going to see other characters. We're going to get some cameos, but these are our main characters, right? These are what we're going to see in the teaser trailer, the regular trailer, and the fact that this is who they chose means a lot, I believe, for Franklin. So the leaks that we've been hearing are true. So things are starting to get out about Avengers Doomsday, and it all does seemingly focus on Franklin. This is going to be big. I believe this is how Doom gets his powers, and I can't wait to see what happens. But these costumes, the suits everybody's wearing, I know some are the same, but they look awesome. They really do look awesome. I can't wait to see comic accurate X-Men in the MCU. But go ahead and let me know your thoughts about this in the comments down below. And let me know your thoughts about Franklin and Sentry. I'd like to know what you think about both, but Franklin is now just confirmed to be pretty much the focal point of the plot. Doom takes Franklin, and via his power is how Doom is able to probably create Battleworld. That's what I think, but go ahead, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below.
Okay.
Don't forget to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss out on...
Since we really going back to the comics, though, really, I feel like that first Avengers movie, that really was like a comic accurate type storyline. For like, I don't think Avengers Age of Ultron was comic accurate. I know that first movie was, and it got so much love. Wow. That movie blew up so much. Man, I remember that came out. Boy, that was a nice movie. So like Infinity War, Endgame, I feel Endgame wasn't comic accurate. Avengers Infinity War was though. I feel that was comic accurate. But man, so Franklin's gonna give Dr. Doom his powerful. Have to give Dr. Doom his final form. We'll see about it. Don't like Dr. Doom got like electricity powers. Was they showing like the older films? Old 15, like he had a power of like a whole nother world he had. I don't know what he had. But he was more destructive in the old 15 Fantastic Four than like the classical Fantastic Four. But man, I can't wait what they gonna do with him. Since he's the most powerful, frankly the most powerful, okay, let's see that. But hey man, run them views up and I'll see y'all later. Peace.